Good morning, dog. Good morning. Alright, so last night I set a challenge for myself in order to get stuff done. And so far I'm failing because I was supposed to be up at 7 a.m. But let's see, what did I set for myself to do? That's why I posted online, was because I knew I'd forget. Alright, so looks like the battle plan for today is get a burrito, find a new set of brand songs for my channel, fix my wall of plans, shoot something not meant for upload, and then upload it. So I have to do all this before I think 7. So in order to save time, rather than going out and buying a burrito, I'm gonna make one. I gotta clean this pot first too.
Jeremy had a great performance 3 weeks ago. That's all he talks about. You know, it's like, what have you done?
You made my own parking space already.
Step 1, make a burrito. Complete. So this is the problem with whenever I try to set plans. Because as you can see, I'm like, oh, you know what? Since I'm gonna start vlogging, I should check out some other vlogs. So I'm just sitting here watching Tim's vlog. I just played like a good hour or two of Overwatch, and here's some footage of that.
Sorry, big guy.
The objective is now active.
Here's the thing. I bought this archive a while back that has 30,000 songs. Note that 30,000 royalty-free songs. But the thing is, when my sister, when she looked at it, when I sent her the link, I guess the entire archive was made by maybe like 5 people. So it's, I'll say there's variation in the music, but it's obviously all from the same mindset. Like for instance, there's a few folders that are supposed to be hip hop and urban and all this other stuff, and it's so bad. Like, check it out. Here's a preview of what they would consider urban. Yeah, that's no bueno. But I managed to find this one website which has really dope music. I'm trying to just read through all the licensing stuff as far as using it, because it looks like for the most part the tracks are like $4 or $3, but normally before YouTube became a huge thing, a lot of licensing, royalty free stuff, it was like, alright, you had to pay a huge amount for a song, or you actually some actually had to where it was almost like a subscription service where it's you pay this lump sum and you get access to a certain number of songs for certain uses. And as far as I can tell, there's nothing like that, even though they have accounts and all this other stuff in it. And then on top of that, it's just essentially in terms of my video making, as far as the really creative stuff, I'm essentially caught right now in the whole chicken and the egg scenario. Which came first? Because I'm do I choose my music first and then use that music to create my projects, or do I create my projects and then music? Because I have a video right now that I had my buddy Kyle Pham looking at audio wise. When I shot it, I had no music in mind, and after I got done with all the visual effects, I got done with all of the sound design, I can't think of what kind of music to use with it, which is why I'm going to him, because yeah, it's a dope audio dude. And I'll keep this vlog short, just so I can actually get it out there. And yeah, here's some footage from last night over at Tempest. Alright, so absolute proof that I am the worst. I was supposed to leave my place around 7:30, that way I could get to the open gym at the start of it. It is now 8:26. I am already over an hour late. When you guys ask me about motivation, how to stay motivated, it's actually not about motivation. It's actually just about discipline and determination. Because, for anyone of you guys who watch my Snapchat, I did not want to come here tonight, and I was, yeah. And see, the cool thing is that footage actually goes along with a Twitter question that when you guys asked me, and I'll probably cover it in a later video as well, but I tweeted out about a week ago, what's a topic you guys would like me to talk about? And this fine individual right here, basically their tweet is asking me about how do you stay motivated? And we all know, I've made a few videos on this, and I'm finding that my idea of it is constantly evolving as I get older. And where I'm at right now, I realize motivation can only get you so far, and also motivation is something that you can essentially build. Basically, motivation is fleeting. So sometimes you'll be super motivated, but then enough time goes by and you're not motivated anymore. You don't want to do it. What you have to be is you have to be disciplined. Alright, so I don't really like how I was explaining it in this video. Alright, so basically what I'm trying to get at in this video is that motivation and discipline go hand in hand. One of the biggest things that's helped me as far as determination was an AMA that Terry Crews did, which you can find down in the description below. I'll post the link to it. And also on his YouTube channel, he does a lot of like motivational stuff. Basically though, in the post, someone asked, how do you get yourself into the gym? Even when you're not motivated to. And Terry Crews just said, you just gotta physically put yourself in the gym. Don't worry about working out, don't worry about anything. You can bring a book, your laptop, like anything. You can watch a movie at the gym. You don't have to work out. You just have to put yourself in that environment. Once you're there, there's only one thing you can do, and you're gonna end up doing it. I try to do that with Tempest. I don't try to look at what my end time with Tempest is, like what age I'm gonna be when I stop doing it, how many times I'm going in the week, anything like that. Or even I don't even look at things I want to accomplish at Tempest. The only thing I think about is that I have to just get dressed and drive to Tempest. And then once I'm there, everything else handles itself. So find the way that it's least stressful for you to do what you need to do, and just do it. And that's discipline. And when you get that urge where you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna wait, or like I'm not in the mood, I don't want to, do it anyway.
It sucks, but do it anyway.
That's discipline, and by overcoming that mental strain, you will be able to accomplish so much more. And by having that be second nature for you to be able to accomplish that, motivation will come swinging in. Because think about how bored you get if you repeat the same action over and over again. You want to change it up after a while, right? That's motivation. You're motivated to change what you've been doing up. Your discipline makes it to where, like, you know what? I want to go to the gym. But that's the only part of your discipline, is just going to the gym, and you're not actually trying to lift, you're not trying to, like your gym is Tempest like mine is or something like that, you're not trying to flip, you're just going there to hang out. Eventually you might get bored and you're like, you know what, I'm motivated to change things up. And so you start flipping that day, and then you start flipping the next day. And who knows, maybe the day after that you read a book, but regardless, you're still there. That's where your discipline kicked in. If your thing is drawing, you may not want to draw. Sit down, just be like, you know what? I'm gonna draw. It's kind of hard for me to draw in my apartment or whatever. I'm gonna go to the park. I'm gonna draw over there. I'm gonna draw at least for an hour, or I have to draw one complete picture, which means I'm gonna do my line art. I'm gonna ink it. I'm gonna color it, shading, everything. And then after you do that one picture, there, you did your thing for the day. And then you go back the next day. You do that same thing, and you know what? You're improving, and you're becoming more motivated to change things up. The way to improve your motivation is to be disciplined. I know those are more of physical things, but if you really think about it, I think that can fit into almost anything. So whatever you're having trouble being motivated with, leave a comment down below and let's talk about it. Because I'd love to see what everybody else is trying to be motivated towards, because I'm trying to motivate myself towards making videos. And hey, I just put myself in a position where I had to, so motivation will come next, or discipline. I switched up words. I'm gonna edit this video now, but you get the idea. Thank you for sending me that Twitter question. You know, I think at some point I'm gonna do like a Q&A, so if you're not following me on Twitter, be sure to follow me on Twitter. It is @KidHaru. Also, something I'm thinking about is, how would you guys feel if I started doing mail time? Like, I'm thinking about, if I open up a P.O. box, would you guys be interested in like sending stuff? Even stuff like just letters. I would love to get letters from you guys too. I'm gonna wrap up this right now. That way, you guys can watch a new video. All right, later.